The work that I do is about animation. It's about giving a gesture, a life to something. Often I'll incorporate figures, objects, and animated images in my work. So I guess I could be considered a puppeteer. My name is Michael Sommers, and I make theater. Well, welcome to the shop in the basement of Open Eye Figure Theater. This is where we construct our work. So this is kind of the nerve center, the creative whatnot of Open Eye. And I'm at the work table and I'm paper macheing a puppet. Right now upstairs there's a show going to be starting in probably an hour, so it's really exciting to be able to be down here and then go upstairs and take care of my tasks of trash and toilet before the show. So you're at Open Eye Figure Theater. Welcome.
Uh-oh. Just a minute.
Yes!
More complications.
Not an underplot, I trust.
The name Open Eye Figure Theater came from a long research I was doing in the Old Testament, and this idea of how we have to come to our senses. There's times when we have to open our eyes to see and our ears to hear, and so I thought, if I ever have a theater, I had a shop on Chicago Lake above the shoe store, and on the door I painted a thing that said Open Eye, and then I used the word figure theater, because the word figure theater is a European notion of theater that's visually driven, that might incorporate figures, puppets, images, objects, things moving, as opposed to actors' theater. So I thought, well, I'm going to be sophisticated and call it a figure theater, because the word puppet I never really have understood.
Nobody knows how dry I am.
I'm starting to just make a little prototype of a little character that I'm going to call Alice. I'm going to start out by just making a little head. I really like using paper mache because it's free and it can last a really long time, and you can go in and cut it and do surgery and it heals itself pretty quickly. And the great thing about this form is it's really a signature form as far as human touch and hand. You look at anybody who manufactures figures or makes figures for performance, and you can really see their hand, their sense of what their gesture is. And the work that I do is about giving a gesture, a life to something. Like this, for example, as I put things on, like add rods, I start moving further and further away. So the touch, the energy, the gesture, I mean, from this, that, ooh, to this, already there's a distance. Already I'm further away, but I'm still connected in a way. I think about what is this connection, what is this energy that's being given from the manipulator to the object. But just watching other people do it and seeing when that connection's really happening is really, really an interesting thing.
Take my thing! Stop that!
The Driveway Tour, it's a program that Open Eye does every summer. We send shows out into people's backyards. And the political motor is to delight and entertain and let the social work happen, just people coming together. After 8 years, we've been, it's still happening.
Well, I'm Little Grandpa, and welcome to my backyard. Yeah, I've lived here my whole life.
The show is a surprise for Little Grandpa, and it's about this older gentleman who's turning 100, that's Little Grandpa, and he freaks out because he thinks nobody has remembered his birthday.
This red, vine-ripened, organic, cruelty-free tomato is big enough to feed everyone who comes over for my B-Day party.
There's something really delightful about going back to a really simple hand puppet booth show and kind of looking at that as a director, looking at what they can do and finding the things that make like a 5-year-old and a 50-year-old man chuckle at the same time.
Oh, I've got it! I'll make my famous TLT sandwiches. That's tofu, lettuce, and tomato. Had to give up bacon for the old ticker. And the shutter speed on my lower GI is not what it used to be.
I love most about
being a puppeteer is that puppets don't have limits. They can break rules, they can fly, they can die, and they can come back to life. And it's really fun when you get to break rules like that and then people see those rules getting broken, it just tickles them inside.
The Driveway Tour program is about bringing people together. It's about bringing neighbors into one of their other neighbors' yards that maybe they don't know or maybe they're good friends with, and they team up with each other to try and bring more people together.
I met Michael Sommers as my professor at the university. I took his puppetry class. I think his work is just really unique, and it pushes the form to new ways of thinking about how an object can come alive and move and stuff.
He gives his performers the sense of wonder and joy that I think he sees in theater, and is very great at communicating that passion.
Whoa! 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 This is a huge cake! That must mean that...
Hey, everybody! 1, 2, 3! Happy birthday, little grandpa!
So this is the set of Folks and Heroes, a play we're working on together.
We've been so fortunate, our 4th year now, that Kevin in August comes to Open Eye and shares his work with us, and we get to work with him on ideas.
Yep, it's my one time a year I let it fly. This is my favorite plays. Michael's doing the projections for the show, and it's a play that's based on legends and folk tales from around the world. And so Michael's imagery really adds to the idea of the mythology and the worlds we're going to.
It's playing. It's like, you know, you're doing this and all of a sudden you're like cracking the whole earth open, like, shh.
Absolutely nobody like Michael on the planet. And so to work with him is to work with the original. He's brilliant. I mean, look at his stuff. Of course I'm gonna work with him. I'd be crazy not to. They say that the myths are a dream of society, and I think this work is so dreamlike, and with imagery, people have another way to let it engage the mind. And especially with this dreamlike quality, it doesn't give them answers, it keeps the questions still alive. So it really fits with myth and with legend.
Long ago, the animals got in an argument. With the introduction of the seasons, summer, spring, fall, winter left hardly any food or shelter, so half of the animals would have to migrate south.
Go birds! Go winged, bipedal, endothermic, egg-laying, vertebrate animals. Go birds!
Just before sunrise, the mammals won.
That's it. Yeah, I know it.
I'm going south.
The reason I continue to make theater as opposed to looking at other forms is because you have that immediate exchange with the audience, that experience of having that, sharing that thing, and then it's gone. I mean, it's gone. And I love that.
Minnesota Original is made possible by the Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund and the citizens of Minnesota.